Hey, Frequency. Sorry this took a little longer than usual, but I am taking a look at your sets now. I'm going to do the doubles one first because it's a little more chaotic, and it's actually, I noticed I think, a lot more in the double set to talk about just because the single set, it wasn't a wash, but a lot of it is just like, yeah, it's DDD, Edgeguard, and Ganondorf. Like, the most I have sometimes, just like, okay, well, he caught your jump because if you didn't jump, he still would have caught your jump. All right, let's get into this. So, oh, shoot, scroll that up. Okay. So you're kind of in the middle, but you're not getting sandwiched. I want to point out, this is actually a really good example of what I talked to you about in the Twitter DM thing, where, well, not actually, it's not the exact thing, but your CC down tilt isn't stronger than Game & Watch's in this instance. Because is he true crouching that? Back it up. He's true crouching, it's definitely not. No, that was ASDI, but he's just a 0. And then that's going to knock you up real good. That sounds bad. Okay, here. Here, I think this was a very odd situation. But I'm interested in... Oh, did you tech that up B? Is that what that was? Ooh, that was good. Okay. So, you up B towards ledge. I think it would be worth trying. I know Falco's at 80. I know Plasma's at 80. He's probably going to die from your up B here. But I think it's worth a shot because he can't even make it to ledge, let alone, like, with the getting Nez off ledge and grabbing it. So I think here, what would have been interesting is if you dropped a little lower, up, or like, tried to up B into him. Excuse me. It's very much like, it wouldn't be a great situation, but so if, let's say you go with diagonals, you collide here, get back up here, maybe that'll be a weird situation, because Nez can't really, like, drop and hit you. I don't know. It would probably kill Plasma anyway, but I'm kind of just spitballing and trying to figure out what could have, like, if there was something to be done here, but I don't think there really was. Because once this down smash hits, this down smash, Plasma's just dead. That's Falco's gone. He's out of here. Okay. So Plasma's get some hits. Okay. That could have been really big, but you guys kind of stepped on each other's toes. So here, your up air knocks Game & Watch into Falco down tilt, and he goes straight up towards the left. So you missed the double jump here, which is just an execution thing. But Plasma also goes for this, which I think is a communication or a decision-making problem. Because if he's at 60, if you double jump up air, he goes over here, somewhere a little close to Peach. Plasma can either double jump bear to intercept and start playing ping pong, like Armada Android style. You guys can start playing ping pong. He could spike and tech chase with F smash. He could try to hit the both just for percent. I think that this is a team/communication thing, because this is also hindsight, of course. It's a very weird down tilt hit that got Nezergy in this position, but this is very much Falco can't do anything here, like that Ganon can't do better. Falco dare? Well, Ganon hit into dare. I think that's just one kind of like, what's the word? You guys were on the same page with like hitting Nezergy up here, but you guys were a little desynced with regards to who's gonna do it. Because Falco has the really big full hop, but Ganon would be a better follow-up. And then, actually, here, I'm going to stop right there. That actually puts Plasma in an awful position. So he has to tech, and he honestly, if Dojo back aired him there, he would be off stage, or at least on ledge. That would be awful. Okay, so here, that's a fantastic tech. And up B, that's really good. This neutral air is really unlucky. Because I think it's perfectly reasonable for you to go, I'm going to jump to get away, like to get above Game & Watch fair and away from Peach's possible get-up attack. And I think it's also perfectly reasonable for Plasma to go, I'm going to ignore the situation down here. Maybe he'll stay in shield or something, and I'm going to go occupy Nez. But it's unfortunate that he hits you. On the bright side, though, Nez F Smash kills them both, which, yeah, when Falco and Peach are at the same percent, that's a pretty good trade. Okay. Oh, yeah, I want to talk about this down smash. So down smash is really good for option coverage. And I know I see what I think you were trying to go for here. Because here, you're going, okay, well, what if she rolls again? I'll down smash to cover that. But you got a Falco right there if she rolls. Falco got that frame one move. He has Shine, very, very great combo starter. And that would also involve Dojo rolling away from his teammate. So I think between the fact that it's unlikely Dojo's going to roll to the left here, because he gains less from it, and then the fact that Plasma's right behind you, I don't think down smash was a good call here. It ends up also, it directly gives Plasma 30%, but it put him in a tumble right in front of Peach. That could be down smash, that could be really scary. That's a really good back air. I want to point that out real quick. So here, Dojo nares Nez by accident. And then Nez bucket breaks for, I guess, just momentum. A little too close. And you show that you're willing to kind of just go out there and interrupt his recovery. You're not going to wait for him to get to ledge. That's really good. That's just a missed meteor. But that's execution / preparation. It was a weird, like, meteor, too. So that makes sense. Unless there's a spike box on that I'm not aware of, but I don't think there is. Of course, because I'd be unaware of it. Okay. I'm gonna bring this up later in the Manny set, but I think that so here, 5 seconds ago, you almost get you get meteored and die very early here. So then here, you back throw him and you're going for the down air. There's a lot. I don't know a ton of the science directly behind it, but my working theory on how brains work is that I've observed from playing Smash especially is that when you experience this, oh, I got down aired off stage and died really early on the right side of the stage, that's going to stick out in your mind, especially for the next like 5 seconds. So even if Nez was the one doing it, he's probably going to be aware, like, oh yeah, down air early kills on the right side of the stage. That's literally in like within the last 10 seconds. So he's going to be a little more aware of that for a while. It's like I guess like a bar almost. Like you can visualize it any number of ways, but the way that I like to visualize it is it's like almost like a video game HUD. Like let's say there's a little Mega Man energy bar. So he gets a cheeky down air on you. His bar fills up with down air awareness, super, super high, especially on this side of the stage because it's like visually reminiscent. He's getting he's getting physically reminded of that situation he just performed. So his awareness is really high. Gauge is full, or whatever visualization you want to use for this tangent. So he's gonna be a little more ready than normal for that kind of similar thing, even though your characters are vastly different and the way that setup happened is vastly different. I don't think it was worth it. I think just going for like the down throw, or just going for the back throw into like something like back throw up air, back throw forward air bear, something like hitting him. Anyway, that's long enough on that. Okay, what do we have? You get really sandwiched here. I think that sometimes you got to just roll and get hit. Like roll with the intention to get hit, but you're getting hit away. So when you roll in, they're going to stop hitting Falco, especially because Falco's at 85 on his last stock. Plasma does not want to initiate. If he gets clipped by Game & Watch Nair or like reverse fair or something, he might just die. So here, Nez is going to cover your jump. I think it's actually really good coverage from them. Here, Dojo Dojo runs away. Watch out for get up attack. Nez is covering all of this space up here. Your jump, plasma coming in. He's got some real estate. That down air. A second later, you got that nair. That laser does make Game & Watch have to stop for a second. And that would be one gap. Because Game & Watch aerials are all going to be pretty slow, except for up air. So here, let me just do this at real-time speed. Okay, so you roll in, you're even kind of screwed over. Yeah, you're not going to be able to see that at real time. Because you're getting shield pressure from two sides. You're not going to see plasma do a short hop laser. I think if you can, more power to you. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I guess you shouldn't try if you want to, but you have bigger fish to fry. So here, yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. You just just roll out and take the hit. That's fine. That's infinitely better than getting like shield poked by some strong move in the middle of both of them. That down smash was a little just off timed. Okay, so two things. If you're expecting the tech and you're trying to cover it, down smash was a little. You could have charged a little bit or waited a little bit because it had that super unfortunate timing where you'll hit them. Yeah, that's during the tech animation. You're like going right through Peach's armpit. But Peach especially, because she can float, this situation, she can move before she hits the ground here, I believe. Let me play back in real time real quick. What's the impression I got from watching it? Oh yeah, she could definitely at least like float. So like, rather than trying for the tech chase, oh wow, I backed up further than I thought I did. Rather than trying for the tech chase, maybe just jab. Get the jab or the down B. Well, down B is not going to reach Nez if you hit Peach, but anyway, just don't try to push it, especially because this is quickly becoming a 2v1 since Plasma just died and you're down a lot of stocks. Yeah, again, a lot of this is going to be like, it's doubles. It's going to be hard to exactly tell some of the intricacies of this situation. Oh, I do want to point out, actually, because I'm going to bring it up in the single set. One, really good awareness for that fair. Actually, yeah, since you went for the double jump fair, that float makes sense. Never mind. I'm going to talk about float in the single set a little bit. Okay, so yeah, you get hit, and now Plasma will need to get five of their stocks. And even though Dojo SD's here going for a really cool thing with a footstool, I think he gets Nez too, but that's like it's just too much. Yeah, he does not get Nez. That was something else. No, he gets Nez by avoiding the back air. That's what I was thinking of. Okay. Okay, I think PS2 is probably a fine stage here. Game & Watch is going to die off the top to Falco stuff a little earlier. You guys have a lot more horizontal room with the staggered platforms. I think that's really important. Because Game & Watch and Peach especially, cannot get on that plat very quickly. Her jump is not high, like she doesn't have a Falco hop where she can just like poof and then wave land. Pardon me. So here, this up smash is great. This up smash you do right here, this is exactly, you're not getting hit for this. The only way you get hit for this is if Nezergy does some really weird, like, immediate plat drop fair, and then you CC it, and you're fine. You can run up grab or whatever. But, like, if he runs to the left, you get 40% and, like, another aerial. If he runs to the right, nothing happens. You can move. You're not threatened at all here. I like the back throw. It ended up messing up the Nez forward smash, and it also, like, if Nez approached a little more, it would have physically hit him away. Okay. That wizard kick, I think, was a little... I mean, I guess mathematically, like, you can only hit one ally, but you can hit two opponents. And I guess, yeah, Falco dying at 50 isn't really different than Peach dying at 80, I guess. It's not the end of the world. It's not some awful trade or anything. Okay, you got down. But that's going to be just down smash. That's a very satisfying dare. That was really good awareness. You started running to the right to try to kind of help out Plasma. You saw the first meteor, and you go, okay, well, the thing that I'm sure you know this. A lot of the times when you meteor people, they don't sweet spot because they're just focused on meteor canceling and not dying. Like if it's conscious, they'd rather just take the hit than possibly miss ledge. And if it's unconscious, just like, oh god, I got meteored. So that's a really good awareness. Killing Peach at 29. That is a luxury. Good, really good follow up on the Firebird when you shielded it. That's a really weird position, but you got that up air, which is really good. You knocked Peach away. Okay. Okay, so here, real quick, over here. I think you dare when you're falling a little too much. It doesn't have the horizontal range to really threaten, and they're not going to want to be under you anyway. So it's not like you're going to need the better shield advantage from getting the dare as opposed to like a forward air or something. So here, like, I'm just bringing this up because forward air might have clipped Dojo here, and you do it a lot. You do falling dare a lot, and the three people you fought this week in these VODs, they tend to like not bait it out, but just like they just run away, but they don't run far enough away to where they're respecting fair. It seems. Does that make sense? Like here, let me. When I watch Dojo here, I get the feeling he's running away from down air, not from forward air, because he goes for a float pretty early after he dashes away. If he was trying to avoid fair, he would have gone maybe a little further or like that distance and shielded. I like that bear a lot. That's getting hit and then realizing, wait, yeah, he's dead. Really, really good awareness. I think in that instance, coming down with the down air is fine because you have Plasma on the left along with Nezergy. So it's unlikely the Dojo is going to run into those hitboxes, and there's not much room on the right. So that one makes sense. Yeah. Plasma, what is Plasma doing during this? I'm just curious. So you're kind of like getting juggled over here in the corner, and he's kind of okay. He's shooting lasers. I didn't see them against the background. I saw the nair. It's like Plasma. They're not going to run into your nair from all the way over there. Yeah. Let me see. Let me unmute that for a few seconds. I want to know if Nez reacted to the audio cue. Oh yeah, Nez could definitely react to the audio cue. That was loud, and then just nairs. Oh, it's kind of an unfortunate down B. I don't know. It wasn't the worst thing in the world, but it was one of those things that just like they happened to both be there when you down B'd. Like they didn't move away to try to take stage. Well, they had stage, but you know what I mean. I'm doing a bad job expressing myself in this video where I try to express myself to you for much too long. Okay. That is I think that's the saddest thing in this entire set. Just watching Plasma go, hey, I'm going to edgeguard this game and watch it's getting nared. Oh, it's so depressing. Okay, I like your edgeguard attempt there. The float gave you a lot of time, just enough time to make it like ambiguous. And the risk reward's really good on that. Like you're not going to get punished very hard for missing that edgeguard. Whereas the reward is killing Dojo at like 40 again, which is always nice. Okay, that forward air, super smart forward air. The fact that you jumped to the right, you didn't jump straight up. I thought you got hit the first time I saw this. I went like, oh, he got hit because it's also doubles, so it's a little easier to get away with tricks like this. So Nez is going to try to follow up. I guess even if he thinks you didn't get hit, he's going to try to follow up with an up air or a nair or something. Just kill him off the top with a horizontal kill move. Okay. Okay. I think that's a really good use of dare here. You do a really good job dashing out the float pressure, and then daring. And this is a great position for you. That could be a jab or something, but you missed the. Do you miss the L cancel, or does YouTube miss the L cancel? Oh, no, you don't miss the L cancel. Okay. Okay, and there, that's just really good up air. But at this point, it's like, you don't have the stocks. I think you actually would have lived if you didn't down B. There's this, I don't know if I don't think it's a bug per se, but it's just the nature of how momentum works. You might have died anyway. But sometimes when you do B moves, you'll carry over just the tiniest bit of momentum. So moves kind of like this one, where like they might kill, and then you see them do a B move right before they die. I think that's a momentum thing. But yeah, it's not a huge deal, just kind of a little tidbit. Okay, then we go to, yeah, go back. I think that's good. Okay, so last game, I liked how you used the up smash because against Nez on this platform, because Plasma was right here. Game & Watch could only hit you, or Peach could only hit you by like running and like just short hop daring, which is super weird, and Peach isn't going to do that. Here, I don't think it's that bad, but I don't like it quite as much. I don't like that down smash. I don't think I really like the up smash either, because Nez could easily like just choose not to interact with a Falco above him and just go for you. Like, they could just move onto you, and that down smash doesn't cover Peach anything Peach is going to do. It just covers Nez behind you. So in that case, you could F tilt. Because here, let me see if I can back it up just a second or two. So when it says go, the only thing that down smash might have covered is like Peach again dropping through the platform and using an aerial. Kind of the same thing. The opposite of the last game, where that's the only thing Game & Watch could hit you with. That's the only way you can hit Peach with this down smash. It's not a big deal. Just something I wanted to bring up because I thought it was interesting after the last the game 2's opening was really similar. Great follow up after getting hit by that laser. In general, you guys have a really strong start here. And you are correct on what he's going to do, but he fades back a little further than you thought, or you don't fade in just a little bit, not quite enough, but not the end of the world. Just and he misses the ledge F anyway, so it's fine. That's a super unfortunate SD. At least Plasma gets back, which is always nice. Okay, I think I really like that down B. It covered the roll. It also covered her getting hit by it like a nair or something. Okay. That's unfortunate. I'm trying to look at when you, okay, so here, okay, I'm going to assume that right around here, you were like back airing, because between reaction times and there being like 2 other characters on screen, a lot of the times people will do moves, but it's a fun little game you can play. Let's say move forward half a second and you go, okay, where were they when they pressed this button? And you go back about half a second. That's when they thought to press the button, usually. Exceptions, of course, for like fast moves and scramble situations and stuff, but like, especially with like the Ganon style float edge guards, it's really interesting to see, like, let's say you're floating over here and Nez is over here. Nez fares, especially for Game & Watch fair, it's a little slow. It's like, okay, when did he decide to press this button? Like, what did he see when he pressed this button? That's a better way of putting it. So when you see this, I don't think this bear was especially bad. It caught a roll, but just the fact that it clipped Falco on the dash attack and just murdered him. Plasma blew the hell up. It was bad. It was unfortunate. Another thing that's unfortunate is you're kind of getting caught in the like air juggles. So this is also a 2v1, so it's especially like awkward. But where is it? Here. This position is really weird. Nez does shield drop up air, and then that kind of cuts Plasma off because he can't hit you. He can't he was kind of walling, but then he basically doesn't exist as far as Nez is concerned right here. Plasma is not going to fix your problems. He cannot. So he gets this up, forward air, and then now Peach is under you. And even though you have float, it's just a little weird. So you get an air, down air. That specific example wasn't the end of the world, but it was kind of been happening a lot. Okay. Yeah, that's just an air. Okay. Oh, wait, what? Is this the part where he just gets... Oh, no! That's so sad. I didn't know it was that low. Well, this is 100, I guess. Dojo even dash attacks to get him, just to help. Just to push off Plasma. Oh, that's so unfortunate. I mean, the other numbers would have killed him too, but just that's something about that's just sadder. I don't know. Okay. That's a really good back air. Helps Plasma get back a lot. Really good up air from ledge. Because well, even if he wasn't preoccupied by the laser, it's like, hey, you put him in shield stun or make him move in some manner. Help Plasma out. Make it easier for Plasma to hit him, which makes it easier for you to get back on stage. Did Dojo nair Falco jab? Is that what happened here? Oh my god. Jesus. You're not allowed to jab anymore, Falco. That is some percent you got for holding down. Obligatory, don't CC, Peach down smash, blah, blah, blah. It's double, so it's a lot more it's a lot easier to get clipped by it. It's a lot harder to be aware of it. Maybe that's a better way of putting it. But, yeah, you know. Okay. Kind of getting edge guarded. And at this point, it's 3 stocks, so it's going to be rough. I don't think that, at least grounded side B, I don't think grounded side B is very good in a 2v1, because you kind of should have died for that, but Dojo tried to grab you out of habit for an F throw or something. You could just dash attack probably would have killed you at that point. It just puts you in too much, you don't move for too long of a time. Aerial, you still have some momentum, and that helps, but grounded, you just stop entirely. Good F throw. I like how it, even watching this, I don't know where you're going after this F throw. When you do this short hop, okay, cross through bear, but now you're in this really weird position. So you down smash, you occupy them both, and Nez tries to punish the lag, but can't, because it's the second hit of down smash is great. It's much better than the first hit of down smash, and here you are at super kill percent, but this is a 1v1, and then just the kind of it's the high percent tense situation. Rando side. I don't know how loud it was for you, because obviously this is the direct feed, and those ears are a very different place than this coming out of the speakers. But her side B actually, Peaches don't use it enough for this to be a huge deal, but it does have a pretty nice sound cue on it. Plus, actually, that's really good for you too, because, well, kind of good against Peach. If you shield, it'll just go through you, and then you won't have to, you'll get the down throw. Dojo will be mashing Nair out of that down throw, but you'll get the down throw. I think overall, there were a few key moments when you and Plasma kind of just ran into each other awkwardly. Some of them were okay, that's just an honest mistake, and some of them the Falco down tilt and you up airing plasma, we're just like, okay, like, yeah, there was a communication error, but at some point, like, it wasn't like one of you made the huge mistake. It was like you missed the double jump and he kind of like committed to hitting someone he should have set up for the second hit for, but a lot of it was just like, it wasn't plasma, but it was Falco, if that makes sense. Falco's stocks are really volatile, and especially team with Ganon, that's going to be really. Plasma can't contribute as much when he gets higher percent because he has to worry about 3 people just randomly killing him in neutral. The most terrifying of which is looking at the 2 other people, because not just the 2 other people, but you are primarily concerned with the 2 of them trying to hit you because you know they're trying to hit you. You know Plasma is not trying to hit you, so you don't have to look at him and see what he's doing quite as much as the other 2. But he has to look at you almost more when he's high percent because you're Ganon. One back air. Yeah, he dash attacked Game & Watch in the middle of the stage and died off the bottom corner to your back air because he was not DIing very well for it. And he just an honest mistake kind of thing. It's just unfortunate. So that was the doubles game. And here's the singles. Okay. So I understand the Green Hill Zone is a very good Ganon stage. And I understand why you want it. And I think I would try that too. But it's just really unfortunate that it's like that the world is like this. I might almost be tempted to try a different stage next time you play Dumshiny. Just because this is this does not go well. You were there for this. It does not go very well. Okay, so I do want to point out there's a thing that PM characters especially, but even in other games, whether it's like, let's say, Overwatch, and there's a character with a unique thing that they want to do, or that is really strong, the player of that character is going to try to do their unique thing that's really good. My favorite example in PM is the monkey is going to go for the banana, especially in 3.0. It was awful. Diddy Kong, if the banana's on stage, or he's pulled it, he's going to go straight for the banana. And that'll change as, like, the Diddy Kong goes, I guess, gets better / other players are more aware of it. And it does change. I'm not saying that current top Diddy Kong players always do that. But just, the game now revolves around their character-specific item or interaction they've pulled out. Monkey wants the banana. You want to hit the monkey. You put a hitbox in between the monkey and the banana that he runs into. Next time, he has the temptation still, but he's going to remember, he got hit by a Ganon foot or something. So now he's going to play around it. I don't know how much you guys have played. I don't know how often Dumshiny specifically does this, but pretend this is Diddy Kong and a banana, and he threw a banana at you, and there's a banana in front of your feet. Diddy Kong's going to run forward and use the banana somehow. Even though it's a weird floaty like DDD, it's the same concept here. You get hit by the waddle, and then he goes, oh, there's a waddle there. The waddle is a very good waddle. It lets me move very quickly. It's a very good move once it's out. Like the actual waddle toss is a great move. At least it seems to be. Maybe it's just fooling me because it's so fast, but it gets him into grab range and it makes these really weird situations that most characters aren't suited to deal with. So here, you get hit by the waddle, get hit by the toss, and then you are not crouch canceling this, which, as far as I can tell, makes this grab guaranteed. Or pretty close to guaranteed. So then you get down thrown. I don't know if you can DI out of that at 10. I don't know. If you DI down to the way, you might go to ledge. I'm not sure. But it's a kind of a fast scramble situation. And down throw is not so slow that it's not like Zelda down throw where you're always going to be able to see it. So he's going to get that regrab. And now you're kind of just screwed. If he down throws and you DI in, you're dead. If he down throws and you DI out, you might just be dead anyway. If he forward throws and you DI out, easy edge guard. If he forward throws, you DI in, he can edge guard you, and he does. One thing I want to point out here, though. Okay, so you get hit by that. You down B. What you do here is you double jump and you float. But you should, if you're stalling, you should float and then double jump. You don't need the horizontal distance, but by floating second, you can no longer jump out of it, and you have to waste the height on using the little cape move. Let me back it up a little bit. So you double jump, and then you float. Then you cape pretty much as soon as you can, but yeah, by the time you can up B, you can't even get to ledge. So if you're gonna float there, I think you need to float first, just because it's too much. I like the forward air. I legitimately do. I know it didn't really lead to. No, sorry. It didn't really lead to very much, but I think showing your willingness to go out there and punch a penguin in the face at 0, like, he's not going to get that free waddle toss at 0. Unfortunately, this is kind of another example of like, oh, this penguin has his minion. You know, Diddy has the banana. He's going to use the banana. And he sneaks in under you and then kind of reverses you. I don't know. This is the tricky part about like trying to kind of guess what your DI was. Because when he F throws you, there are layers between him going, hey, you're going to be ready for down throw, and you're at 0, so maybe you think F throw won't send you as far. Or I don't know if that was you just like trying to like roll or something. It probably was DI, but it's like even down throw there. Sorry. Give me a second. Okay. Here we go. But when he grabs you like this is a bad 50-50, like at best, because it's just such a bad situation. So even though you DI'd that out, DIing down throw out, he probably still could have gotten to ledge. I don't know. Either way, you guessed wrong and you died at 0. It's just gonna suck. But the takeaway from here is how he got to you. He snuck under you and then got just that. So try to be more aware of the character specific stuff. So like a third example actually. So you have Diddy Banana, DDD waddles and waddle dashing. The thing is you have what's it called? Mewtwo hover cancel nair. Basically that will not send people away. So at up throw kill percent, you'll see a lot of Mewtwo's will hover cancel nair a lot to try to get that up throw, try to get that grab for that up throw. So it's like the first level of like, oh, this thing I have will be very good. I am going to do this thing I have, and it's not a bad idea. It's not that they're that makes that a bad idea, but it's just like it's like level 1. Dumshiny threw a waddle dashed, and it got him the stock. Level 2, level 2 will be Dumshiny throws a waddle and does not and punishes you for trying to interrupt him using it. We don't see level 2 in this set yet, but that is what's going to eventually happen. Then level 3 will be, okay, well, Dumshiny throws a waddle, and you punish him for waiting to punish you, and then it just loops around. It's really silly. But the big takeaway is, right now, Dumshiny can throw a waddle and just immediately use it, and you aren't quite ready for it. Between kind of just DDD and Dumshiny. Like, between the player and the character, he's kind of getting away with it. Okay, so you make it back. That's good. I do want to point out, however, that's a good fair. That's a really good like weight. I just want to point out, this is a very common situation that DDD and Wario especially will do. Well, DDD especially because of his down air, but it has multiple jumps. But so he down aired, saw that you just spot dodged it, and he's like, you know what? I've down aired twice. Maybe just command grab and turn around. That gets him off stage. That's a very big possible reward. Okay. And this string happens because, okay, you get stuck on the plat, and you land on the plat after the first back air, But you kind of try to jump off, and it's a little awkward situation where it's like he can definitely move first because he hit you, and then you shielded, like. And then he gets this really convenient falling back air and gets some percent on you, tosses you off stage. I think going for on stage there is the correct call. Even though you mess up the Dacus, he does read the Dacus. You'll see he starts to drift right after he double jumps. Because actually, this is a really good example of what I was talking about earlier. So let's say Ganon's thing for this example is Dacus. When you see this, you're both thinking, man, Ganon Dacus sounds like it would sure do 40% right about now. So Dumshiny is going to go, hey, he's going to try to Dacus. I'm going to punish his Dacus. And in this case, I don't believe it would have made the difference if you got the Dacus proper, because you would still have traveled the distance into his mouth. That was just an instance of not sweet spotting. I don't know if that down tilt would have hit. It probably wouldn't have hit sweet spot from that far on stage. And that's just gonna, that's just not sweet spotting. It's execution thing / decision making / panic. I don't really know. It's many things. Okay, another example. I think you actually see this one, but I want to talk about it just in case. So here, let me back this up. When the waddle jumps here, Manny's going to use the waddle, at least the first time, because it's been going really well for him. And it puts him in a really good position. It actually... Wow, you really matrix that waddle. I never thought I would say that about a waddle D. But Ganondorf really matrix dodged that waddle D. And unfortunately, your punish doesn't matter because he is invincible. It's a pretty good way of getting around getting punished. Okay, you kind of luck out with by that situation. Okay. So CCS smash. He almost dies. This is really important. The first waddle he throws out to try to cover you if you're in the air too high or like over here. He cannot waddle dash this. This is too far away. And it's really easy to see this It's really easy to see in this freeze frame that he can't make up this distance, but this is the distance after a lot of travel time. Especially because he started off screen. So here, let's say here, because he's dropped too much, you see, oh, he's too far away. This one, because he throws it, you're also still trying to cover the arc of that first waddle, the waddle do. So you have a few moving parts here. This one, he throws at a much shallower angle, so it's a lot easier. He will be able to waddle dash with this one, which is, sorry, just want to get the controls back on that, which is what he ends up doing. And you still are at a good angle to hit him, but he gets there before you expect it. And at least from YouTube playback, which is not N60, but I don't believe you get the bear out even. So he definitely got there before you expected it. And then that's just like an unfortunate position thing. Not too much to sweat about. Like, getting hit by that F smash was not the reason that game went that way, so ain't no thing. Okay. Oh, let me bring this up quick. Okay. So, it's kind of funny. Game 1, he got the waddle out and immediately used it really well and you weren't ready for it. Here, you do the exact correct thing. The waddle's facing to the right. It's going to walk off to the right. The waddle, in this situation, is less threatening than in the Kirby games. He's not going to turn around once he's facing right. He's going to run off and just kind of leave. Okay. Oh, I think I saw you were pre-mash. Yeah, good at least if it's synced up, good pre-mashing. Okay. So yeah, he's gonna get that. He's gonna get that. Okay, this is a really good string. You get the down smash to cover everything except for tech away. And then you get the highlight of this is definitely the plat land up air. That's still close, very close to true. It's close enough to a true combo to not like for DDD to probably not press a button. And that fair might have killed if it hit. Like that would be a very reasonable kill. That kind of stuff, and then you get the kill there. That kind of stuff is the kind of stuff that I think is really important, especially as Ganon, when you're not going to have those situations very often. That was a very, very good string. Good awareness on the double jump waveland. And then you get hit by the fair when you're grounded for like a frame, which is kind of unlucky. And here, I think if you... I'm not 100% sure, because these characters don't interact very much. You don't see Ganon D2D very frequently. I think DIing down in the way would have gotten you to ledge there and then avoided the grab follow-up. I do want to point out, I think that's the right call, your recovery. Just going high. Like, by the time Dumshiny gets to ledge, he knows you went high, and he can hit you for it, but you're on stage at 40, which is way better than off stage at 40 against D2D. Even here, you take another 40, but then you have more recovery attempts. Same kind of thing with the float stall here. You didn't do it. You didn't do it at all, but I think it would have been not the same kind of thing. Sorry. You know, for reviewing VODs, you would really think I'd be better at speaking this language. So here, I think it would be worth exploring trying to float stall for just a brief moment, but you barely made it to ledge in the first place, so I'm not sure if that might have just like ended up with death anyway. Okay, I want to talk more in depth about that thing I was talking about with the Nez down smash thing. So here, the first stock, this is where you got the really long string that almost killed him. I got like 70%. Now, the double set, I said that I don't know the exact science behind it, but I do know the science behind loss aversion. Human brains are wired to avoid loss, even if it's equal to there have been studies done to where people will not take 50-50 odds if they will lose something. It's very interesting, I think. So especially because in singles the camera's closer, so here, let me back out to a different frame. So the frame where Dumshiny goes, "Oh, I've been grabbed by Ganon on the left side of the stage at low percent," but physically, visually, and like from a meta like memory standpoint, this is going to be, oh, he down smashed last time. Down smash hurt me. I want to avoid down smash, and that memory is going to bleed over into this, where it increases the likelihood he's going to avoid down smash. Like, take a decision to avoid down smash, not just magically teleport away. So here, while that is still 3/4 coverage, that down smash, 3 for 4, I think it's worth giving up in this position when you have situations like this that have context to them. Where a minute ago, this situation came up and he went, "Oh, I almost died for this. It came really close, and then I died shortly after." I'm going to do something different. Especially as Ganon, like, a lot of the... Okay, here. As Ganon in the D2D matchup, you have experience with this. In this game, you DI'd away, or it might have been game 1, but you DI'd away at ledge and it ended up being forward throw, but that's because the first stock of game 1, you didn't DI, you got grabbed. I'm not going to scrap this whole thing, but god damn. I'm going to speak this language one day. I guarantee you, in game 1, you remembered, like during the set, you remembered getting grabbed at 0 at the ledge and dying for a decision you made, and that affected your later decisions. So this kind of very strong visual decision, it's very similar for, oh, I'm getting Ganon side beat here, and I got hit a lot the last time and I almost died. I'm going to do something that avoids the thing he did last time. So I would have liked to see something different here. So maybe like, it could be run up dash attack, and then run up if he techs away dash attack or like Dacus or just maybe just a fair, just anything to hit him for that. Because right here, I don't think the chances of this down smash hitting are like, I know 3 out of 4 option coverage. I don't think it's very likely it's going to hit. Like, I know obviously I have the option of hindsight and being able to pause the VOD and be like, yeah, that didn't hit, so I'm gonna like, obviously it didn't hit, but I think it's worth keeping in mind. Okay, so this is not a huge deal, and it does not come up very often, but I think it would have been worth. Actually, I don't know. I don't know the hitboxes on the reflector cape. I was gonna say I think it might have been worth going for the cape, like double jumping backwards here and caping, but I don't know, that might be messing with it when you don't need to. You just take like 1% off a shield poke and just kind of reset. You've been doing a really good job getting back on stage in these really crappy situations. Like here, that sucks. Like, you don't need me to analyze this and tell you Ganon has a very low chance of making it back here. But you float for just long enough to kind of like make it to where he's not going to hit you if he aims for you before you jump, but he's also not going to catch a jump. Okay, that edge cancel made me happy. Got SDs. Okay, we'll take it. That was really close. God, it's the second time you've been hit for going for Nair in this matchup on this stage, or in this set. That's a much in this game. That's a much better way of saying this matchup on this stage. What is wrong with me? I'm getting loopy. Sorry, but I think that I don't know the specifics of how well that works against DDD, but you might just want to like mess with it a little more, see if it's consistent or if it's just not worth going for. I think getting hit there was a perfectly fine decision. Getting hit by that waddle, because that's going to send you up and very slightly away. So between that double jump and wizard kick, you're going to have extra time, and then that probably would have killed you either way. It's like you can't really do much. Okay, this is a very interesting situation. Dumshiny's out of jump. He's smiling. He's out of jumps, but he's only at 40. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna just up B, because this is a really weird. You don't have practice, or I'm assuming it's a weird situation. You don't have. I'm assuming you don't have practice edge guarding in that manner. And even if you hit him with like an up air or a back air, he's closer than he started, so he can just do this until he gets on stage. Okay, here you don't DI the first one away, and then it looks like you DI the second one away, but it's just like you don't. There's nothing you can do as far as I can tell. The only thing you can do is if the game can like if you guys have if it's extra stocks, if you can keep playing after this, just don't mash. If they're gonna swallow side you, at least make them side you, like make them commit to it, because a lot of the time if you mash out, then they can start jumping and you can't, like you're too far gone. Overall, I think that you had a lot of strong moments, and especially in game 2. Game 1 was a lot of like, okay, this is the matchup on a stage where you can get thrown off very easily, and you can't play around that grab. There's not that platform to kind of like threaten this area of the stage without getting grabbed. Because let's say you're on the platform and DDD's right here, he's gonna have to aerial you, because he can't grab you, he can't wave land, he's too far away. But without that platform on Green Hill Zone, I'm sure you know the matchup in the stage better than me for Ganon, but just it's Dumshiny made a strong argument. The grab is very good on that stage. So I think that you didn't get grabbed at the edge as much, and it's easy to say that, but you also avoided the situations. You avoided those waddle scramble situations, and that's really good. I think that if that was game 1, I think you definitely could have, like if this game was game 1, I think you could have taken game 2, especially depending on stage. But yeah, I'm really excited to see. Let me know if you play him again, and I'll take a look at the VOD. I really want to see how the next set goes. All right, thank you for sending this one in for me to look at, and hopefully this was helpful. And I'll talk to you when you. I guess I'll talk to you before you hear this, because I'll send you this link. This is weird. I'm ending the video. Sorry. Well, not. Let me shut up.